YouTube, and today we're back with the lawnmowers. It's because I don't know if it rained last night or something, but it's very wet out here, and I think it keeps trying to rain today. So if it does, I'm not going to get them out now, those two, because I don't think it's bright enough. But this lawnmower, we didn't do anything to it yesterday. Besides bolt the back axle and everything, I didn't do anything to it. But if I can get the throttle sorted on this one and the Qualcast, I will, and fix the pull start, I will be able to probably get this one going as well. This one has the widest cut, so this one's got the widest depth, so this cuts like the widest width, which, if you can't be bothered to walk up and down loads of times, is probably a good thing. There's always spider webs up here, it's really annoying. So the Qualcast, I'm planning on working on that today, fixing the throttle, and the Mountfield we had running yesterday. Yes, this Mountfield, my dad came home from work, he put a bit of petrol in it. We changed the spark plug because the spark plug from my granddad's lawnmower didn't fit this lawnmower. It needed like a long one, and this had a long one in it. So we put the spark plug from the Qualcast in the Mountfield, and I think that I screwed my granddad's spark plug into that one, just to get it out of the way, because obviously the spark plug that came out of this will stay in this because it just fits that one fine, so it's gonna work. So yeah. We put a bit of petrol in this one, and it does run, but there is a spring missing. There is one throttle spring missing, but my dad's had it running. It's 2013 mower. It's in very good condition. It runs. So basically, we've got a fully working lawnmower with nothing wrong with it, besides a spring. But we'll fix that ourselves. That's not a problem. So today we will be working on the Qualcast. But I am going to wait, I'm going to pause the video and wait for it to brighten up, because the grass is wet, and it does keep trying to rain, so fingers crossed it brightens up. Well, a bit like it did yesterday, just a nice cool day to be out here fixing the things. Because if I get the throttle sorted on this one, and if I can get the throttle set up working on that lawnmower, then with the springs, any springs and stuff I've got left over, I will have a go at getting the throttle working on that one. But I will try and fix the pull start. I will try and untangle the... Let me just show you what I mean. The parts are here. Oh, the parts aren't here, but I will try and get hold of the end of it in there, pull it through, clamp it, and then wherever the end bit's gone, hold on, let me have a look for the end bit. What have we done with that? Where have we put the blooming pull start? I don't know where the pull start is. We've lost it. I'm sure we'll find it today. Can't be far away, can it? Yeah, I think we've lost the pull start for that mower. We've genuinely lost the pull start for it. So unless I accidentally left it on the grass, which I don't think I did, and my dogs come out here and chewed it up or put it somewhere, yeah, I can't find the pull start. I don't know where we put that. I'm sure we'll find it, but yeah, the pull start's broke, so I need to untangle the knot from the actual handle of the pull start, and then get the end of it in there, and then tie that to the pull start. But I won't put it up here, because obviously that probably from here to probably about where my foot is of cable is going to be probably lost, and that's the amount you probably get up here. So we're going to have to just pull it from here. But if I can get the pull start fixed, I will probably fix the throttle. I will then get my dad to check the engine oil and check it's safe to start. Because obviously, at first I didn't really care about the lawnmower because I didn't plan on starting it. However, hence I had it up on its side and a bit of oil ran out the engine. And it's got all in the carburettor and stuff. Like all oil and stuff. So if this one does start, I expect it is going to smoke blue quite a lot. The Mountfield smoked a little tiny bit of blue, but that was probably just normal. It weren't that much. But for some reason, although it did run fine, It did stink of burnt toast, but it could have just been oil on the spark plugs and stuff. Because this had oil on the spark plugs, this had a lot of oil on the spark plug, and that also had oil on the spark plug. The Mini Moto 2-stroke, that has oil on the spark plug, although it's got no oil in it, because it's 2-stroke and the oil that works the engine, and it hasn't got a gearbox. You don't have to put oil in the Mini Moto, it doesn't have a dipstick or an oil. There's nowhere to put oil. But, yeah, so you all seem to have a bit of oil on the spark plug, but that could just be, perhaps they do have a teeny bit of oil on the spark plug. But yeah, we will be working on this one today, so let me pause it, wait for it to brighten up. Yeah, I'll pause it, wait for it to brighten up, and turn the brightness down on my phone so it doesn't run the battery down too quickly, and come back out here later. Hello YouTube, we're back out here later. It's late, it's a lot later actually, although it's not sunny currently. The sun's gone behind that cloud up there, I think, somewhere. So, yes, in case, I think I did tell you in the first bit of this video, I might not be able to put these two videos together, so if there's a bit, so if there's a video before this, obviously there's the one first lawnmower video, it's called 3 Lawnmowers, I think it's currently called, and just written a random title. Oh, there we go, so I'm back out now, but yeah, this lawnmower does run, there's just a spring that holds the throttle sort of halfway open roughly, is missing, but that's not a problem, because we got it, we did get it going, and my dad was using his finger to sort of keep the throttle up and stuff like that. But my dad was, yeah, my dad said it's a good mower as well. This is an old Qualcast, as you obviously of course already know, and I will be taking the throttles, I will be trying to fix the throttle on it. So that's coming out now. There's not a lot I can really do to this one as such. And that one here, this will be the last one. If I get the Mountfield runs, if I get the Qualcast running as well, if I can get the Qualcast running, which I really do want to do, then I will have a go at this one. If we've got enough parts like lawnmower springs and stuff left over at the end, I will have a go at fixing the Husqvanna. Well, it says Sovereign, but Husqvanna probably make it for Sovereign. We took the mini spark plug out of it. That's still in the shed. If I do get the Qualcast going, I might swap the exhaust cages over, because this exhaust cage is nice and rigid and strong, and the exhaust cage on the Qualcast is a bit cheap and flimsy. It's not as good. That exhaust cage isn't as good as that one. So if I do not get the mower going, if I don't get that mower going, the air filter I will keep as a spare for that air filter. Probably the petrol tank and carburetors and stuff I'll keep, and the exhaust thing I'll probably keep. I am tempted to keep the wheels, because the wheels, the self-propelled broken on this. Well, the pull start's broken. The self-propelled cable's missing. I think that's it that's broken on it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else broken on it. But the wheels on that, as you can see, are, what if you can see with the sun. I can't see my phone camera, so it makes it, you might be able to see, but I can't see the phone. Yeah, they've got lots of tread on them, where if you come over to the Mountfield, they're all worn out, all these back wheels. I won't put, obviously, well, you can take the caps off, but I probably won't bother. But otherwise, I would possibly keep the wheels, because the wheels on this are worn out. The self-propelled does work, I think. My dad tested it. Because when it was running, I did see it jolt forward at one time, and I can only assume that was him pulled the self-propelled lever testing it. This one isn't self-propelled. Obviously, it's quite old. But if providing I can get that throttle working, I see no reason why it shouldn't run. If I do get this one going, I will have to take the tank and stuff off anyway. Because when I siphoned the fuel out, there is quite a lot of crap in the tank. Like, the tank's got loads of shit and stuff in there, loads of bits of grass cuttings and crap. So that wants the tank cleaning out anyway, if it was going to start. But I'll tell you how we got it started. We was pulling it and pulling it and pulling it and pulling it. And then we came to the conclusion that the spark plug from my Grandad Eric's lawnmower wasn't long enough for the long attachment that's on this one. So we took the spark plug out of the Qualcast and put it in there. And the spark plug, my Grandad's spark plug's in that one there, but if it doesn't work, we've got others. So the spark plug in that's actually out of this. We was pulling it and pulling it and pulling it. We took the air filter off. We primed it loads of times. Well, I think we did flood it at one point because we're not an expert at lawnmowers. But we was pulling it and pulling it and pulling it. Well, my dad was like pulling the cord. He would go, just kept trying to start it, and it started to have a bit of blue smoke come out of it. So I said to my dad, "That's going to probably go in a minute." Well, it did, but it wasn't. It was running really slow because the throttle's like just enough to stop the engine from conking out. But obviously, when I tried to rev it, it just shut straight off. So we started it again, and it ran for a few seconds and conked out. I don't know, we was faffing around with it and stuff, and in the end we worked out that there's a spring missing on the throttle. So my dad used sort of just done the throttle by hand. Obviously he wasn't mowing the grass with it. But yes, it runs, and it runs well. So this lawnmower is definitely probably a keeper. I will probably try and keep this one if it runs. But what is annoying is if I do get all three running, I know I'm going to have to sell some of them. Because I know that my parents won't let me keep 3 petrol lawnmowers. I just know they're not going to let me. This one sits out here because there's not enough room in the shed. And I personally believe that this one has a better chance of getting going than what that one does. But anyway, let's stop yabbling on it as I always am. Get out the lawnmower out the shed and then get to work on it. Proof that this was running, I don't know if you can see it, must be, well, it hasn't evaporated. Get it in the light correctly, you might, but I don't know if you can see little tiny dots all over it. Well, that must be oil and stuff. It's splattered out the exhaust. Where can you see? There you can see, look. It must be oil, because petrol would have evaporated by now, I would have thought. So it must have been a bit of oil it spat out the exhaust. But yes, we did get it running. This is what the wheels are supposed to look like, with like the grip stuff on it. And the back ones sort of don't have it because they're worn out. It says blue overhead valve. I don't know what blue means. Blue smoke maybe, I don't know. We was going to check the oil. We didn't, but my dad said he's going to check the oil on it. Obviously make sure that's good. We didn't run it for long anyway, so even if it had no oil in it, we probably didn't run it long enough to seize it. Well, we might have done, but, you know, you get the idea. There's obviously going to be some oil in it. Let's get I'm going to take the air cleaner off. This will probably smoke if it starts up, because there was quite a bit of oil in the spark plug area. Well, there was on both. There was oil in this spark plug area. But I suppose there has to be some oil in there to lubricate the piston to stop it from seizing. So, I don't know, I'm not an expert on engines. So let's pause it again, get it where we're working. I might work next to that mower actually, because the grass is cleaner over there. Well, it's not, but it's, yeah. We'll just work up there because it's easier. We can look at that one. And I'll probably bring out my tablet and try and get some pictures of throttles. But I think the throttle sort of seems complete on that one, if I'm honest. If I'm honest, the throttle does seem complete on this one. The cover there's plastic, whereas this one's metal. But obviously the comparison is, if I don't get that lawnmower going, I will keep the air filter as a spare for this, the petrol tank and stuff system, and just stuff that would fit these mowers, so such as the handle, these bits and stuff like that. Other than that, I can't think of what else I'd take on the exhaust cage. But yeah, we'll just get this put up. Yeah, they were thrown away. It's got scrap on it. It's faded quite badly. It's a shame you can't sort of. I won't bother. I don't care that it says scrap on it. I mean, if I don't get them running, if I can't start them and they don't go and they're broken and they're not going to get fixed, because we've not got the materials to fix them, then these will go out for rubbish, because you're not going to sell a broken lawnmower that doesn't run, or I'd be very surprised if you did. But I do not plan on throwing them away. I do plan on getting them going, which I don't see why it wouldn't go. Okay, over here, let's take off the air filter off of this one. Can we do this by hand now? Yes, we can. It's actually quicker because, you believe it or not, you can grip the nut. The air filter was black and oily, as you can see. There's all oil in the carburetor, so if this thing does run, it is going to smoke like hell. But you can see the springs on there that don't seem to move the throttle, if I'm honest. Yeah, so this spring seems to have stretched because it doesn't. Where's the spring on this one? We'll take the air filter on this one and see sort of how that one moves. That's a bit stiffer, but we'll see what we've got. Still a bit dirty, but it's better. Hopefully that load of crap doesn't go in here, because I don't want it going in here. So where does this one prefer to stay? This one goes anywhere. That one. It seems to want to hold it in this position here, which is where that one is. So a spring's supposed to go from there to there, and from there to there. But I don't really know what it does as such. Again, I think these particular group of mowers have like automatic throttles. I think they have the throttles on them sort of does itself. I'm assuming that's pulling it this way, so I'm assuming that's probably. Mind you, I wouldn't have thought it'd be stuck on full throttle because that'd blow up the engine, but perhaps it's just old technology. Perhaps they're adjusted inside so they're not actually full throttle. But yeah, I'm gonna go indoors, do a teeny bit more sort of research, possibly wait till my dad comes home. Actually, yeah, possibly wait till my dad comes home and do it then. They did make these lawnmowers, because on eBay there is one of these for sale for spares or repairs because it isn't running. I think it's about 60 quid or something, which is obviously a lot of money, but that's a 2001 model. Yeah, that's a 2001 model. Oh, there it says 2007 after brushing the dirt off. It's upside down to you, so we'll have to... Whoops, knock the air filter off. That's not good, not good. Alright, leave it there for now. If I can get round here, after brush the dirt off, there, year 2007. So, yeah, I reckon this one he brought in the year 2000, well obviously it says on it. I reckon it stopped working in 2007, so he brought this one, and this stopped working in 2013 when he brought the Mountfield, which, looking at it, I'd say it probably only just stopped working this year. But we've got that fixed already, so not a problem. Which, if that is the case though, that means this lawnmower here hasn't been started in 10 years, which is a very long time, and that hasn't been started in about 4 or 5 roughly. But anyway, we'll have a look at them. I'm going to go and do a bit more research, try and get a few more images, just to satisfy myself I'm doing it right. I possibly will leave it till my dad comes home so he can have a better look at it, because I should imagine he's probably better at engines than what I am. But yeah, we'll pause it and be back with you in, well, for you it'll be shortly, but hopefully soon. Also, just to let you know, where there was these 3 lawnmowers thrown out, I spent a while trying to work out what grass boxes for which mower. This one I tried it on this back twice, and I tried it on once and it didn't seem to fit, but maybe it wasn't quite lined up right, so I hit the side of the grass box a bit like that, and it sort of fell into position. That one I don't know how, I don't know what one I guessed, and that one I think I originally tried on one of them or something. But yeah, where these 3 lawnmowers were, there was these 3 lawnmowers, obviously. There was a shredder for like bushes and stuff in your garden, also made by Sovereign, but the power lead was missing, otherwise I'd have probably got that as well. And there was also a spinny chair and some metal frames and stuff. But I did go back there the day after to check if there was any more throttle springs and stuff, but there wasn't. So, okay, I have checked the setup. Now we'll do this lawnmower because we just will. Basically, they're all sort of the same. On all the videos on YouTube, these springs just hold it back in this position. So obviously that, I'm assuming, is the throttle off, that's on. But why I'd have it on full throttle all day long, I don't ask. But obviously I don't know if there's something missing, if the same thing on both of these is missing. Like, because obviously, you know those ones with the throttle on the handlebars, that would normally attach to here, and even that doesn't seem to work. Doesn't seem to move that. But there's a possibility this spring here is worn out and stretched too much, and this one, I don't know. But basically, yeah, I'm just going to probably end the video here. I know it's not been much, but to be honest, I'd rather wait till my dad comes home, because he probably knows more about what he's doing. And what we're trying to do is, we're just, on this one, we'll hold the throttle in this position. We'll just put it in the position and start it without the air filter on, so we can sort of see what's going on. And I know some people say don't do it, it wears out the cylinder bore. But we're not going to be doing it for very long and stuff like that. A couple of minutes without an air filter isn't going to kill it. Come on, let's be honest. But we'll probably try and start it. I'll let my dad have a look at it, see what he thinks, and we'll go from there. So that's the end of this video. Comment, like and subscribe, and hopefully I will probably film this starting later if it's ready to start. So bye bye.